I sold this house a month ago, but on the day of closing, I get a text message saying the buyer is no longer qualified to buy the property. And so in today's video, I want to kind of outline what exactly happened. How is it possible that I can go from getting $370,000 in my pocket to getting nothing, zero, zip? How is it possible that the buyer's loan just completely blows up like an atom bomb and now we have nothing? All right, let's get into it. Okay, class, it's Kris Haskins with the realestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. So I'm a little melancholy today. My attitude's not as up. I'm not as excited as I usually am because I did not want to come back to this house. And further, I pulled out the staging 2 weeks ago because we thought the house was sold. Well, Kris, I don't understand. How is it possible that the day of closing, the buyer can actually not buy the house? Well, welcome to real estate. And I want you to understand that real estate is not always what it seems. And I want you to know the good and the bad. And this time for me, it's the ugly. And I'm having to pay $2,000 to restage this property. So let's go inside. I'm here right now. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna see what the house looks like now. And the stagers are on the way to restage the property. It cost me $2,000. It's insane. I'm just sick. So y'all, let me back up a little bit. Look at this. It's an empty house. No love. No love at all. So I'll show you some of the before when we had it staged. Nothing over there to look at. And then here's the kitchen. Oh, man, I'm just so pissed at this. Here's my kitchen looking real lonely. So the staging company is on the way to restage it, $2,000 more that I'm losing. But I want to walk you down the timeline. I probably should not have even done that video before we closed it. I won't do that again. I'm not doing any more videos before the property sells. I'm going to just keep. There's one thing in the music business I learned. You never talk about the song before it's released. Right? That's why you ever notice people that in the music business, they're real tight-lipped when they're doing an album together. So what I'm going to do real quickly, you see here, I'll show you upstairs, the room, just empty room of the staging. Then I'm going to go back and document as we were getting to closing, what exactly happened? How is it that the buyer's loan fell apart as they were walking into the closing office? Okay. This is the bedroom, what it looks like now. Just an empty old bedroom. And downstairs, just the room. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I want you to see not only the good stuff where we do deals and everything goes smooth, but you must understand the bad things, the challenges and the hurdles that we go through to bring these deals to close. You never know what's going to pop up. This deal here, their loan fell apart the day of closing. I'm going to show you the email chain so you can see all the drama that we have to go through, because I thought I was going to have $370,000 or $365,000 back to go do my next deal. So I've got a house now that I have to buy next week, and I've got to go find some other money, $250,000 for that one. So this business is not easy. There will be things that pop up and you have to pivot, and it could be fast. So I'm having to pivot within a week to find another $250,000. So let's look at these emails here so you understand the chain of events that have led me to this position today. And right, if you want to see the house that we did, that I went through the entire process, what we paid for it and how much rental was and what we sold it for, that video is going to be right here so you can see that there. All right, let's look at these emails. So we've got here on Friday, September 27th. Now remember, this house has been under contract for the last 30 days. This is the end of August. Email says, this is from the closing company. Thank you. I was also just informed the buyer's closing has been canceled today and they will be rescheduling closing. They do not have a new date yet. So let me paint this picture for you. We have done all the repairs. When someone buys a property, they have an inspection report that we have to fix all the little things. We've done all that. Cost several $1,000s. Plus, I had the property staged. As you can see in the last video, that was another $2,000. So we're all waiting to go to closing. In fact, we've already closed the day before, and we're just waiting for the buyers to come in and sign the paperwork and close this loan. So this is going to be Friday, September 20th. So everybody's waiting. Boom, we get an email here. This is at 1:30. They're rescheduling closing and they don't have a new date yet. What do you mean? We're supposed to close today. They don't have a date. They don't know when they're going to close. All right, so it's nothing I can do. It's Friday. Let me cool off over the weekend. So now let's go to the next email correspondence was the 30th September. It's going to be the following Monday. We were just informed, this is coming from our title company, the closing company. We were just informed buyers are closing on Friday, October 4th now. Would you like to send an updated payoff, being the one we currently have is only good through the 8th? All right, so now we're at the 30th. This was sent on September 30th. September 4th, that's a whole nother 5 days, right? I'm like, okay, things happen. What do you do? I've had deals go about 2 weeks. You never know. Anything could happen. Somebody could go on vacation. Somebody could have gotten sick. Somebody went out of town to do another closing. The title company representative could have had a sick family member. You have no idea all these things, or their car could have broke down. Things happen with these loans. So many people are in the links to the chain to close these loans, and you just don't know. So, all right, so we got to wait another week. I'm cool with that. I let all my lenders know. I let my business partners know. Everybody that's waiting, cool. All right, so we get to October 4th, right? Ooh, closing day is our new closing day. My trustee says, Victoria, did the buyer side close today? Is there an updated CB for me to sign? That's going to be the closing disclosure. I don't know why they make me pronounce these words. Hello from the title company. I was just advised that closing has been pushed to Monday. All right, so now we got several more days we got to wait. You know what? I'm like, So I'm talking to Ron, my business partner. Should we put it back on the market? Should we keep waiting? Ron is like, man, we're going to relist this thing. But our trustee, I don't know, he had already signed the extension for another week. So that is what it is. So now we're a week out. Now we have to wait. That's going to be 7, 8, 9, 10 days. On Monday, now this is, I had to go through another weekend. Monday, October 7th, I get this text message. My business partner says, are you guys officially closing today? Yes, closing is set for 4 p.m. Buyers are beyond irritated with the delays, and all pressure is on the lender. So the buyer, I'm presuming, has no idea what's going on with the lender also. So the underwriter, they have questions and they have to fulfill all these different certifications that before they actually can stamp of approval for the clear for them to close. She wrote this morning that she would be getting clear to close anytime now, and she would be able to close on time. As soon as she tells us we got a clear to close, you will be the first to know. Cool. So that was at 9 o'clock, 8:51. Now at 1:20, we want to know, did y'all receive clear to close? Not yet, but we are going to. Okay, cool, yes. Our final walkthrough is at 3 p.m. today. It is ridiculous, but is not the loan officer, is the bank they choose. Okay. They have offered to change banks, but I told them that would delay everything even further. So we have to just sit and wait. So this is our representative that's representing us as on the seller side, or us as the seller. So we have a realtor that we work with. So what I found out during all this waiting was the buyer actually applied and got a new credit card. Okay, so you don't know what these buyers are doing out here. Now, why would they go out there and apply for another credit line when they have a $370,000 loan that they're getting ready to close? I don't know. I don't have the answers to these questions. But this is what I do know. My email comes in October 8th. Now, this is 4 more days. No, I'm sorry. This is the next day. So October 7th was when we got the notice that they were supposed to close that day. Didn't hear anything. So now October 8th. Good morning, Victoria. Have you heard anything regarding the closing? Thanks. This is from Ron, my business partner. Good morning. The buyer side just let me know that they did not close yesterday, and they are waiting on an update from the lender about closing today. So now we're at another day. So we're like, man, I'm done. We're putting the house back on the market. That was at 10 o'clock. So we waited and waited all day. I'm like, is this thing closing? I'm ready to get the money. Are we going to move on to the next deal? Either way, I'm okay. I just need to know which way to go. So 5:30. Look at the time here, y'all. This is 10 days later. And more than that. Hello all. Hello. I was just advised the lender has denied the loan. And the buyer's agent is sending out a termination and release for this file. All right, this is from the title company. Okay, y'all, so there is no more wondering, no more pondering, no more trying to forecast which way we should go. This deal is dead. Now, don't forget, now here's the problem with real estate. We've had this property under contract since the end of August, and we were supposed to close at the end of September. So that's 30 to 40 days that no other buyer could even look at it. No other buyer could make an offer. We couldn't even show it to anybody else because we're under legal obligation to sell this property. So I need you to understand. People say, I'm going to sell a property. I'm going to get it fixed up. I'm going to do a flip, buy it, fix it up, and sell it in 4 months. Yes, if everything goes well. However, you must plan your business in the worst case scenario. So luckily, we do something called no payment loans, which I don't necessarily have payments going out. Our interest is accruing for all of our lenders. But I want you to understand that now it's been 40 days of just sitting and waiting, sitting lame duck. Now I've got to put it back on the market. I've got to restage it. I still have taxes, interest on the money, and insurance accruing every month because we don't pay taxes while we're holding it. We'll pay the tax when we sell it. And all this stuff is just adding up on me. So our profit is going from here down, shrinking more and more. And luckily we have enough room and we have a lot of our cash into it. So it's not, I won't feel it as bad as I would have 15 years ago. So the money you use and the financing that you use on these deals will be paramount to the success of your career. If you're only using hard money all the time, you get large payments, high interest rates, extension fees. I don't have any extension fees on this. But you get where I'm going. So if you're going to be doing fix and flips or even getting in this business, make sure you have your financing set up the right way. Use private money. If you need to learn how to do that, we can help you. But just know nothing goes as planned. Things always happen. So if you're prepared for the worst case, then it's like me. I'm sitting here. I'm only a few days after this. And I'm like, let's put it back on the market. You see, I'm back in action. New staging. Let's get this thing sold. All right. So you are now witnessing the ugly, the bad side of real estate. I want to keep this stuff real with you because number one, I love you. Number two, I believe you deserve it. I believe you deserve to know what the real truth is. All these fake gurus out here talking this stuff about making money and traveling and doing all this stuff. It doesn't work like that. Well, for me, it just has not been my experience. So make sure you share this stuff, share this information with other people that are looking to get into the business so they too know you're going to take some bruises. I don't even know when I'm going to get a new buyer. We're getting ready to come to the holiday time season and all this stuff. So stay tuned. So I'll fill you in to see how we're going to come around this thing. But I will come out of it, either way. Either way, I'll get out of it. All right. Like the content, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.